And that's why I think, myself and Andy particularly were so inspired by the way you were talking about regional Indian food, and pre-COVID, myself, Laws, and the kids were planning to go to India and travel the regions and understand and learn more about regional Indian food. And obviously COVID happened, we didn't get a chance to do that. So we as a family are sort of champing at the bit for COVID to get out of the way so we can get back over there and do a bit of learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me too. And now you have to add Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, all list.
Absolutely. No, for me, it's like we were planning on doing an 8-week trip. So we weren't doing it just, a couple of weeks and hit a couple of regions. No, we were doing the full gambit. So I can't wait to do it.
Into that, I know it sounds very corny by saying putting your heart on a plate, but if I was to describe myself as a cook in that point of time, that was my ultimate 3-course menu, and I went for it, and I loved that day so much.
I loved it too, especially the dessert.
With you as well, Jock. I think you were very fun in the kitchen. Every time we have a service challenge, it's unfortunate you were wearing a fancy tuxedo on that day, because I think once I almost got you with like a goat ladle.
You did, yeah. But look, I loved everything about that. About even sort of making sure that people at home knew that it wasn't a curry. Do you know what I mean? Like, this was a stew, it was a dish that meant way more than the word curry. And I think there's been a lot of hoo-ha, obviously, this year about, Masterchef full of curries this year. It's like, hey, relax, man. Like, curry's not a word that you can use to describe multiple continents to what it actually means. And that day, you're right, between the go and what that meant to you and the emotion that you were displaying while you were cooking it, while you were tasting it constantly. But then, being at the table, you're after dinner mint, the dessert that day for me was just like, yes. That, again, reminded me of home. It was just like, yeah, I'm smashing that, And I was at the table going, I don't know if it's rude or if it's right or wrong or whatever, because Mel's always on at me for, my table manners not being correct 100%, but like I smashed it. It was delicious.
Ice cream headache. But also I think something that I found, so going through the Masterchef journey, that's obviously one leg, and that's a really long leg of it. I think the second leg of this journey has been sharing it with everybody, and sharing it, not just on television, but everybody's feedback as well. And like you said, the feedback of, what makes a curry, and there's been a lot of positive and negative comments both. Having said that, just something that overwhelmingly outweighed any conversation around, if a curry belongs in fine dining and all of these questions, is that so many people were overwhelmingly happy when you pronounce the names of these dishes, how they're meant to be pronounced, and that I called them what they were, like calling it a goat nihari. And when you went on to say that, and when you and Andy and Mel went and sort of, gave it the respect that it deserved, like this food deserves on this platform. Millions of people have shared these videos, and yes, there's always a few people who want to throw a bit of a stick in them. These things, but also you're right, calling a whole cuisine or a whole range of food from all over the world, like bringing it down to one singular English term, is just, it takes away all the different nuances and all the different techniques involved in cooking 5 chili mud crab to cooking ossobuco. Like, if you cook both of those things in the same way, you wouldn't be on MasterChef, and I don't think you, Andy or Mel, would receive it very well if we were just constantly stewing everything down in the same way. It takes a lot of skill. It's a variety of different skills to do these things, and you have to display that if you want to be on a show like MasterChef.
I have had a lot of bad curries from all over the world, believe me, and mashing that amount of spice into a dish takes talent. It takes experience. It's not easy to do, and I just don't think people realise that, you know. But I think for me, I like your journey in the kitchen has been epic. I cannot wait to see what lies ahead for you, Kishwar. Honestly, it's been a privilege having you in the kitchen. Obviously. I don't always get the names right with my weird Scottish accent, like half Italian, half Scottish, half Australian, weird, fucked up accent that I've got. And so my pronunciations might not always be perfect, but I've always believed in having a crack at it. And I always want to learn more. And so thank you for teaching me so much stuff this season. I really appreciated it. I've loved it. And I can't wait to see what's next for you. And whatever you need, whatever help you might need along the way, or if there's anything I can do with you, let me know, because it's a privilege.
Oh,
Everyone's
thank you.
thanking Jock for eating the pan.
Oh, Jock, everybody's thanking you for putting the whole pan in your mouth.
Good.
So many people, Jock, I have to tell you, so many people, thousands and thousands of people message me every day, and they message me their stories and share that with me. And so many people are just so overwhelmed by the respect that you and Mel and Andy have given to their food. I was there cooking it, and I was there cooking it, but this is something that represents 230 million people who have never really had their food represented before. And it's made that, you can see by the number of people who watched videos. Overnight, you get 2 million views on something as simple as a beetle leaf ice cream or smoked rice water. So it means there is an impact. This morning I had the Nobel Prize winner, Professor Mohammed Yunus, send me a video message just telling me, and the High Commissioner, the Australian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, like, food is not just food. Food is important, and it means so much more to people to see that. And so you're a huge part of that, Jock. If you, Mel and Andy, turned around and said, you know, oh, well done, Kishwar, you've cooked this from this region, but can you do French food? If you hadn't sort of encouraged me and shown me that this food belongs here, show us your range, show us everything in your repertoire. If you hadn't encouraged me to do that, I wouldn't have done that by myself.
No, it's amazing, and thank you for sticking to your guns. And I think there was, like, I copped a bit of flack yesterday, I think it was, when I come up to your bench and I said, I'm not feeling you in your dish. you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I didn't, and I felt as if you were robbing yourself, because you were just on this path of, this is me, and I didn't see it that day. And so I'll come to your bench and I'll question you. You know that. Like, it's not. I'm not trying to plant seed of doubt in your mind. Not at all. I'm just trying to get the best out of you, so as after the cook finishes, you don't regret not doing enough or making the wrong decision. Nothing more. I can't tell you what to do, but I can make you think about what you are doing, to see if it's the best of what you got. And you constantly brought us beautiful food, and it came from the heart, because it came from your people. And so, like I said before, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything you taught us this year.
Thanks. And going next, I'll share it with everyone.
Can't wait.
You have to make a booking, and I will see you soon.
100%. All right, Kishwar, congratulations. Have a good night's sleep. You've earned it. I'll see you soon.
Yes.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.